Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel Widowmaker Trader. So it's been a while. The last video I was doing the Honda CR 250 1984 project. It was all up, running, ticking over, sounding lovely. Thought I'd do a bit of a compression test on it because the kickstart felt a bit too easy to turn over. When I did, I think it was sitting on about 121 psi, something like that. And I thought that was a little bit too low. I don't honestly know. Did a little bit of Google searching. I'm sure I read it should be somewhere between 150, 170, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, decided to just double check everything. When I tried to tighten up the head bolts, I noticed that 3 of them they wouldn't torque properly, they just kept spinning. So I decided to change the head bolts. So I took the head off, got 5 out, and yeah, snapped the last head stud. So decided to take the engine back out the bike, and I was going to go and get this head stud removed and replace all the studs. When I took the barrel off, I noticed that the last person who did this rebuild, I'm not happy with the crank. There's no play up and down, but there was a lot of side to side play. You'll probably see in the video. So I'm now, if I'm going to sell this bike, which I plan to, I want it to be right. So I think I'm going to strip this engine down completely, go through everything, check everything. Maybe I should have done that in the first place, but hindsight, you know. Yeah, I've never done this before, so this will be a bit of an eye-opener. Can't really afford to send it out for somebody to do it for me. It's just going to be too expensive, and already put a lot of money into this bike. If I sell it, yeah, I'm probably going to break even if I'm lucky, which wasn't the idea. But it's a really stunning looking bike, to be honest. So that's my plan at the moment. I could always just flip it and sell it as it is, but will I get my money back? I don't think so, not in this day and age, not in this market. So yeah, that's where I am with that. That's currently sitting bare frame with an engine on the bench. So on to today's video. Whilst I'm debating what I'm doing with that, it's going to take me a while. I've got another little project I'm going to start. So this is a 1972 Honda ST70, the old monkey bike. Now I had this bike, my dad bought me this bike when I was, I don't know, 8 years old, something like that, and I learned to ride on this bike. A lot of fond memories with it. As I got older, obviously I wanted more power, more speed, more cc, so I ended up selling this bike to my uncle for a whole £50, just so I could buy myself a Honda step through C90. Thinking them 20cc's is going to make all the difference. But anyway, he had this for years, obviously. I'm getting on now. His kids learned to ride on it, my cousins. All of their kids have learned to ride on it, and he's kept this thing stored in his barn in Cornwall forever. I was lucky enough to be able to finally get this bike back. So my plan now is to go through this. It is road registered, logbook's in my name, but I want to go through this. I want to restore it to the point where it's safe to be on the road. I don't want to redo the paintwork. I want to leave the patina as it is. If the mud guards are okay, which they look, I don't think they're rusted out, I'll leave everything as it is. I think it looks better like that, but yeah, the whole thing is go through the shocks. Obviously this thing's not been started for years. Air filter, carburettor, clean out the tank, check the cylinder, check the piston, and just basically go through it, see if it will start and run, which it should do. I'm 99% sure it will with not too much effort. And then, like I say, make it road legal. So check out the suspension and everything. But anyway, that's the plan. So there'll be a few videos of this moving forward, but let's show you the bike.
In the worlds before.
Here she is, a 1972 Honda ST70 monkey bike. See what I mean? I want to keep all this paintwork original. The original engine still in it. I'm not going to turn her over because I want to put some oil down the ball. You can see she's been sat. I need to check everything out. The state, it's just, you know, it will clean up. But yeah, can't see that. 7,797 original miles from new. All the original throttle tube. It's stiff. Switches. Kill switch. Yeah. Let's have a look under the seat. Whoa, we've even still got a battery in here. I don't know whether this is the original battery. Wow, there's still some fluid in it as well. Or is it water? I think it's a bit rusty. So that's a Varta power pack. 6N2A. 6 volt, obviously. Petrol tank. Well, obviously it's empty, it's dry, but a little bit of surface rust in there, but I don't think it's anything too bad. Can put some stuff in that, wash that around. Yeah, I'm quite excited and looking forward to cracking on with this. Plan is to take it out. There's a place in Northamptonshire called Piston and Rings. They do a lot of bike shows, a lot of car shows, and they do a mean V8 or V12 breakfast there as well. Can't remember what it is now. Plan is to take it over in the van, park up, get it out at my friend's house, Ian, and we'll trundle this down and his bike down, and we'll go and have a breakfast at Piston and Rings. Take some photos, because it's a real scenic place there. It's lovely. And yeah, just get her out back on the road. Show her a bit of love. So bear with me on this project. I should go through it and do it slowly, bit by bit, see what we come across. I'm going to be interested to see what the air filter's like after all these years, because I know I never cleaned it. So yeah, it's going to be a fun project. Really looking forward to getting into it and to hear it start and ride it again. I say, honestly, I think the last time I rode this would have been 40 years ago. Yeah, if not a little bit more. So, crazy. Yeah, it's going to be good fun. Okay, so stay with us and we'll do this project. Right, bye for now. Let's have a look in the air filter. I don't know when the last time this was run and the last time the air filter was cleaned. Let's have a look, see what we got in here. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Actually, we don't have an air filter in here. Just an empty box. Okay. Good to know. So that's completely empty. So we definitely need to buy an air filter for it. Good to know. Maybe we'll take the car before we're here. And see, because that's going to need cleaning out after all this time. Phillips screwdriver on that. Loosen the air boot. Lock out of the way. Well, at least they weren't seized on. It's a good thing. theory. Oh dear. Is that supposed to be on there? There's a little rubber seal here. Looks pretty dead. Might be able to heat that up, but it looks pretty squashed. I think over time, yeah, that's not great. So I might have to see if we can find that seal. But tiny little carb, whether you can see that. Sliders going up and down. What a small little carb that is after you're used to working with 500 cc's, 2 strokes. Well, the slides come out all right. This is probably bone dry inside, I would imagine. There are some seals and stuff on here I'll have to replace. But yeah, let's get this carb open, put it in the ultrasonic, give it a good clean up. A seal on there as well. That seal doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Cable is sticking on the throttle. Probably do with a new cable all over. Right, let's open this carb up, put it in the ultrasonic, give it a good clean up, see what we got. Looks like there's just 2 screws and a float bowl. Actually really easy to undo, which is surprising me again. Okay. There we go. Not that bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Obviously there's dirt in there, we can see that. Floats are there. So I think we'll take these jets out, take the floats out, strip it down. If this seal will come out after all these years. Without ripping it. Don't really want to put the rubber seal in the ultrasonic just in case. Floats out might be easier. In. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let's put them in the pot. Seal off. It's working okay. Right. Well, that jet doesn't look too bad. Spanner on that one. Spanner on that one. Socket even. So I can see through that. That's clear as well. Very surprised. All looks to be good as well. So that's the rubber seal I was on about. If you look at it, it's well worn. We'll try and see if we can source one of these parts. If not, it's been squashed there. And it's not split, so it's just been squashed. Might be able to do something with it if we can't find another one. We'll see. Yeah, we'll clean this up. Right, just letting the ultrasonic warm up. Dump that in there and show you the end result. So the ultrasonic's just finished. As you can see, really clean those up. So we'll just go and swill those in cold water, wash all the stuff out. There's the bowl, a lot better. And all the jets now, so we'll rinse all that lot out, put it back together. We'll put the jets back in now. Rubber seal. The boot, rubber boot, 15 quid, eBay, job done. So we can get that back on. Okay, carbs all back together, looking nice, clean, fresh. Should be working, so we'll see. Guess that's the overflow. Right, we'll wait for the rubber boot. I'll order that and then we'll put her on, and that's that part done. I've bought some white vinegar, which I've been told is the best thing to put into the petrol tank to clear out some of the rust. These fuel lines are so hard as well, so I guess at some point I'm going to have to take the whole petrol tank out, which I've been told is not an easy task, but for now I've blocked that up, and I'm going to pour this vinegar in there and leave it for 48 hours. Hopefully then when we drain it we can get a lot of that just dry rust out in the bottom, flush it all out. So we use the funnel in there. Just check this isn't leaking out the hose. No, all good. So let's get this in here. Yeah, now it's coming out the other one now. Whoa, 1 second, guys. So even though I've blocked these two holes up, we're getting a lovely smell of white vinegar is coming out from under there. So I'm guessing the hoses perished in or at the bottom of the tank, so I'm gonna have to take this tank out anyway. Looks like we'll be taking this tank out. It's still dripping. Shouldn't be dripping. There's the fuel lines. It's not overflowing because it's not full. So the tank's gonna have to come out. Let's just load these bolts up because they're definitely going to be rusted in there. Okay. Research, get the tank out. In the unit this morning, the workshop, and it absolutely reeks of vinegar, which is lovely. So we need to work out why, let's move this battery, why this tank is leaking. It could hopefully just be from the perished fuel lines. Away for now and see down there a little bit better. So I'm hoping it's just the fuel lines. Let's work out how to get this off. So I guess the seat's got to come off. Remove the seat. Lubricated all these bolts yesterday. Looks like it might have loosened up. Hopefully. Guess it's just a cover. Yeah. Top cover on there. Okay, this doesn't look hard to get out for me, but see, it is stuck on the hoses. Whatever else is going on in there. Hopefully not the cables. Wiggling about, it's coming. There's a tight squeeze in there. Okay, fuel tank's out. Yeah, it's just get the camera out, bear with me guys. As suspected. Split fuel line, see it? Oh come on camera. Hang on, let's get this sorted, there you go. Split fuel line, so that's why it was pissing vinegar, shall we say. So now that's off, we'll block that. We're going to fill it up a little bit more. You can already see rust dissolving in there. So yeah, let's block these lines up a bit better. Wash this out, fill this with vinegar. Give this a real good flush through. Found some fuel line the same size, so doubled a bit over with the cable tie. That on there. Can't do this one-handed, sorry. Yes, I can adjust. That on there, and then we'll fill it up and we'll flush that out. So this has just been in here for a few hours. There's already some rust flakes. Yeah, it's already rust flakes floating around in there. So we're going to fill it back up and just leave it. It's now full with white vinegar. Let's let it do its job. Bicarbonate soda in the vinegar. Fizz this tank up a bit. Got some new parts, so in here should be, yes, a replacement soft rubber carb boots. Now this one, from what I can see, is actually missing, this longer one, sorry, can't see it in the bag, is actually missing on the airbox. So luckily we got the pair, and also came, and also we have the genuine OEM Honda air filter. This is basically like a bit of sponge. So we're going to get those on, put the carburettor back on, then take out the spark plug, put the camera down the bore, have a look, put some oil down it, lube it up a bit, see what we've got there. But yeah, let's crack on and get this carburettor back on. Need to take the airbox off to be able to get this bottom rubber seal in. Who knows how many years this has been missing, I guess, ever since I had it, since I was 8 years old. I'm suspecting. I don't think this has ever been off before. There's a small one on the top there. There we go, see, should have had one in there. Looks like it was a long time ago. Someone's obviously tried to silicone that or some shit. So yeah, we'll give this a clean out in the parts cleaner. And actually, I'm going to leave the carb off because I need some new fuel line, which I've ordered, putting in when we stick this fuel tank back in. And obviously it's going to be a lot easier now this is open to be able to get that in there. So let's stick this in the ultrasonic and just degrease it, clean it up a bit while we're waiting, I believe. Okay. Like I showed you before, we've got a Varta battery pack in here. Now, fluids all seem to be okay, but I doubt very much whether this will charge, but we will take this off. There's nowhere to connect this, so I'm going to have to rig up some, the black's just looped out, so I'll have to rig up 2 terminals somehow and put that to the Optimate and just see if that's going to actually charge up. I don't think so, but hey, if it does, we don't have to buy a new battery, do we? So we'll check that out as well. Let me get this disconnected. So if I get 2 spade terminals wired up into that and that, just on bare wires should do. We can rig it up to the Optimate and see if this is going to hold any charge or anything. I'm very doubtful, but this bike will get used once I get it back on the road. Plan to take the piston and rings like I told you earlier. Put the drone up, do some aerial shots, be quite cool. But yeah, it's not going to be expensive for a new battery. I don't know if, yeah, let's just check this out. Let's see what happens. I just pulled the terminals out rather than making a plug. So we've got the negative clipped on, positive clipped on, but unfortunately, as suspected, it's dead. Doesn't want to turn on, whereas if I take it off and put it on the 640 battery, she instantly kicks in and tells me normal condition. So it looks like the Varta battery is dead, so we'll take the numbers off this and get a new one of those. It's not going to be that expensive. So yeah, we need a 6N to a 2 something dash 3. Looks very watery, that does, doesn't it? I don't think it's battery acid. But yeah, she's dead. I've checked the fuse as well, that's all okay, so it wasn't that. I'm currently waiting on some parts coming from David Silver Spares. Honda, original OEM parts. I need the rubbers for the tank because they're split. I've got some new handlebar grips coming and some other bits and bobs. As you can see, this thing's been sat in a barn for so long. It's really dirty. So I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to give it a good degreasing all over, give it a good clean up whilst we wait for all these parts to come in. Here she is in the sunlight. Get a much better picture out here. It's not a barn find, as I say. It's sat in my uncle's shed, but we knew it was there. I'm going to get this back on the road. Tyres actually have still got knobblies on. I'll have to see if they're any good. I'd imagine the chain's shot, maybe the sprockets. But as you can see, it's plastered. So let's get this a good degreasing and give it a wash over. Cleans up all right. Most of the grime gone from years of sitting.